Hello students, today we are going to do the second topic of writing skill, that is notice. You have been writing notice since your 6th standard and it is there in your 11th and 12th class also. It is of 4 marks. Now let's see what is a notice. A notice is a piece of writing to draw the attention to some upcoming event or on matters of common interest in a community. A notice is a very short piece of writing, usually direct, formal, and straightforward in style. Now we must know where are the notices used. Notices are used in schools, organizations, government boards, etc. What is the purpose of writing notice? The notice is used to inform people about various events, issues, and to give public instructions. If something is to be announced or displayed to a specific group of people, then notices can be used. It is also used to extend invitations or to make appeals. In schools, it is used to give instructions, orders, or warnings. Before writing the notice, we must keep few points in our mind. We can remember it in short in the form of 5 W's. What are these 5 W's? First one is what is going to happen, description of the event, where it is going to happen, the venue or the place where it is going to take place, when it is going to happen, the date and time, who can be benefited from this notice, the target audience who's going to read the notice. So you have to keep that also in consideration. Whom to contact. After reading the notice, whom one should contact, that is the name and the designation of the person. That should be mentioned at the end. Few tips on writing notice. The notice should always be written in passive voice. Plan out your notice in a rough working space. Then write the notice within the stipulated word limit. Whatever word limit is given to you, generally it is 50 words. So you have to adhere to the word limit. Make it usually appealing with a suitable heading and catchy phrase. The heading should be very attractive. It can be made up of a catchy phrase also. Write the date of issue, when the notice was issued, so that date should be mentioned. Write other relevant details like time, date, venue, what it is about, who can participate, and so on. So this you can talk about. The 5 W's we had just now talked about, that will be taken in all these things. So you can remember by 5 W's. Put the signature and designation of the person at the end of the notice. After writing the notice, check grammar and style of the language, whether it is written correctly or not. Prepare the final draft and put it in a box. Don't forget to put it in a box because it will be included in your format and your marks will be deducted if you are not putting the box. So it is necessary to put your notice in the box. Now the format of the notice, that is also very important. There's a certain fixed format which you have to follow. At the top, you have to write the name of the school. It can be name of some institution also. So it depends on what notice you are writing. Then the word notice. The word notice should be in capital letter and it should be underlined. Date of issue at the left side after notice. Date of issue should be there on the date which you are issuing that notice. Then heading should be there. We had talked about the heading earlier also. It should be catchy and it should attract the readers. Then content. Content we had already talked about so much. When, why, where, how, and other relevant information like whom can participate, or if it's an excursion notice, then who can go. All these things you have to mention here. Then at the left corner, again, you are going to mention the name, signature, and designation. So that is important. Now, notice writing topics. A notice can be written for various reasons. The format of notice remains the same in all cases. Here is a list of topics for notice writing that students must prepare. It can be regarding any competition. It can be on an excursion trip. Anything which is lost or you have found something, then you can write the notice all about it. An inauguration to take place. Any inauguration which is about to take place, you can give the notice for that. It can be a kind of invitation. An exhibition, any exhibition which is levied in your school, then you can write the notice about that exhibition. A blood donation camp to be held, so you can write all about it. There can be other topics too, or any such type of event or information to be issued in public interest. There you can write notice for giving the information to people. The marking scheme of notice writing is, your format will carry 1 mark. It is total of 4 marks and your format will be of 1 mark. The content which you are writing, that 5 W's, all the information, that will be of 2 marks. An expression, whether you have written in proper English, proper sentence structure, and if you have adhered to the word limit, then it will be coming under the expression. So you have to keep all these things in mind while writing notice. Let's see one sample question. Water supply will be suspended for 8 hours, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on 6th of March for cleaning of the water tank. Write a notice in about 50 words advising the residents to store water for a day. Your Karan Kumar, Karuna, Bajaj, Secretary, Janta Group Housing Society, Palam Vihar, Kunnur. So it had come in your CBSE paper. So that is why I took this one. So you're the secretary of some housing society. And for the cleaning of the water tank, you need to write the notice so that people can suspend for the water usage from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And date is also mentioned. So most of the information, if you notice it carefully, it is given in the question itself. You have to extract the information from the question and put it in your notice. So as per CBSE marking scheme, we can get these value points which are there for this particular question. What we had discussed, suspension of water supply for 8 hours. So this is what the basic problem. When 6 March, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So time and date both are mentioned. Where it is the society. Reasons for cut can also be given. Cleaning of water tank. Steps to be taken, store water, or any other relevant detail which you want to give about it, you can give. Now let's see this. As I've told you, name of the institution, name of some company, name of the school, it will come at the top. So you have written Janta Group Housing Society. Then notice word in capital letter. It is compulsory to write the notice word in capital. So you have to write that. Then you are going to mention the date. Then you will write attention. Like I told you, any catchy phrase can be used for the heading. This notice is to inform all the residents regarding the suspension of water supply for 8 hours. It is being done to clean the water tank. So if you see, these all information are given in the question itself. The details are as follows. You can write date and time like this. Thus, we request you to store the required amount of water beforehand to minimize the difficulty. Thank you. And then the name, Karan Kumar, Karuna Bajaj. So whatever name you take, it depends on you. You have to take one name. And then the signature and secretary. So it is very easy to write notice and to get 4 complete marks if you write it in proper way. So if you have seen it is in passive form, it is being done. So this kind of language you have to use, the passive form you have to use in this so that you can write it correctly. So that's all for notice writing. I hope it is easy and you have understood the topic. And it will help you in scoring good marks in your exams. Thank you.